Welcome back to downtown Spokane, Washington. As we're seeing one of the racers come in and finish. Racer number 435 coming in the finish.
That was Brian Styler. Brian's one of our novice riders, Ben, and he's out here from Austin, Texas.
All right, so we have about 6 left to finish here.
Good run, Casey.
Now I have a moment to catch up with Holly Kester. An impressive ride out there today. How you feel about your performance?
I did okay. I was a little disappointed. I could have done a little bit harder. I should have pushed a little bit harder.
You were in that opening group who didn't quite make that first turn. Did that affect your performance at all?
Maybe a little bit. You know, you get going the wrong way, and then I went the wrong way again on the course. So I took a left instead of a right. But you know, you turn around in the right direction. Then I was good to go.
Now, how have you been preparing for this event, Holly?
Me and a couple buddies that hand cyclists and my coach, we go out riding together. So we do a lot of training rides.
Well, congratulations on that performance, and the first woman to finish, so I'm sure you'll be happy when the medal ceremony comes around.
Yes, I'll be very happy, but we're all winners out here, just for finishing.
Well, congratulations, Holly, as we have just about 6 more racers to finish up. Ben Pearson here alongside me is Ernie Butler.
And then we got Casey Pooler here. He's one of our local chapter riders from the Northwest chapter. Casey's rider number 312.
So the local from Orville, Washington, been racing for 8 years. What's it like to be able to compete in a hand cycling event close to home in Spokane, Washington?
It was awesome. The first couple laps were a breeze. About the 5th lap, I started winding out, and then the last lap was my adrenaline was going again, and so I was like, oh, almost home. So I just tore it up.
How do you deal with that?
For you, Casey, you've done the STP with us, Seattle to Portland ride several times. How would you compare a speed race like this to the long distance race of a Seattle to Portland?
This race, it's short and quick, so your lungs get burning a lot faster. Like Ernie said, we have competed in the STP, which is 200 miles in 2 days, but it has a lot to do with keeping a steady pace compared to just trying to go fast as you can throughout the race. So.
And while we're talking, we're here with Casey Pooler. David Santamore, a novice rider from Grantville, Vermont, just came through. So we've got a Northwest rider and a Northeast rider sitting side by side here.
So you talk about, you hit a wall there. How do you persevere through that when your arms are starting to get heavy?
Well, it didn't seem like it was my arms. It was like the breathing. I think more catching my breath. But my arms are usually in pretty good shape, though. It's just keeping my lungs going.
Well, congratulations on that finish. As we got just a few more racers here left to finish. So as we're wrapping up this 10K hand cycling road race, Ernie, what are some of your impressions from some of the early riders that finished quite ahead of the rest of the field?
I was really impressed with the consistency of their speed coming through. If you notice, Ben, every time they passed us as we were watching it, if anything, they were getting stronger as the race went on. Their speed was incredible. I bet they were running at 20 plus miles per hour on this course today.
And that's a pretty good average speed for 10K, wouldn't you say, Ernie?
That's a very good average speed. Any able-bodied rider would be happy to average 20 plus miles an hour on a 5K or a 10K ride.
And interestingly enough, the racers with some of the most impressive time, Sean Halstead and Leon Bostic, riding completely different types of chairs.
Yeah, they were. They were both on very different bikes. Sean was on a kneeler out over the top of the handlebars. Leon Bostic was on a very laid-back recumbent bike, but a lot of that is their level of injuries. Leon, as you remember, was a quadriplegic rider, which is a very high-level injury, so he doesn't have the trunk muscles to sit up and lean over the crank bars like Sean, who's a very, very low-level rider, injury rider, an L1 down at the very end of the spinal cord.
And Ben Pearson alongside me is Ernie Butler. I want to thank you for watching here on xable.com. And now we have a chance to catch up with Stephen Baxter, who was in that opening group. Saw earlier we talked to Leon as well, Holly, and what exactly happened there in that missed first turn?
Oh, I don't know. They didn't have the cones quite set up and didn't have anybody flagging us. So I was just following Leon. You know, he took off like a rocket. So I followed him, and by the time we got a block down, we realized, wait a second, we're not quite going the right direction here. So
I just see Gary Combs come in through the finish line. So just a few racers left out there. Now, Stephen, how do you feel about your performance this morning?
Oh, I'm a little disappointed. I think I definitely need to do a little more conditioning. The 3 rugby games the last couple days wiped me out, and yeah, I just wasn't quite ready for it. But I'm going to train up for next year and hopefully do a lot better. So,
well, congratulations, Stephen, on the performance and for the rugby medal.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Stephen's also another one of our Northwest riders, Ben. He's from the Northwest chapter. Lives over in Boise, Idaho.
Now we're catching up with Ramiro Magland. I pronounced that right?
Yes, you did.
Right, coming all the way from Illinois. You've been doing this for 4 years now. And how do you compare the course here in Spokane to some of the other races you've done?
Well, this is my first time doing hand cycles, so this is new to me. So I enjoyed it. I can't wait till next year.
And what convinced you to start doing hand cycling?
Basically, I want to try to lose weight, and riding a bike is the only way I know when I was a walker. So this is a good thing for me to start that process to lose weight.
So this is your first hand cycling competition. How do you feel about your performance?
I think I did a really good job for the first timer.
Congratulations, and hopefully you can continue hand cycling and improve next year.
Thank you very much.
Right, so I think we have just 1 or 2 racers left. Now I'm going to have a chance to catch up with Corey Anderson from Cleveland, Ohio. Corey, how do you feel about your performance this morning?
Oh, it was a very strong ride. I kept it consistent. The track was a wonderful track.
Thanks.
The weather was perfect. We kept it in the cool side. We did it in the morning. And Omaha is just a great place to ride. I love it. So,
Spokane. Omaha was last year.
Spokane, you're right.
So did you compete in the event last year in Omaha?
Omaha was also fine, yes.
How'd you compare this course to that course?
This was definitely a lot faster moving. There was less of a hill, less of grades. It was a relatively flat one, and lots of support out there cheering us on, so it was really good.
What's your favorite aspect of the sport of hand cycling, Corey?
Well, now that I'm done with the warm-up, I'm ready to go out for another 20-mile ride, so this is how much I like the sport.
All right, well, congratulations on finishing, Corey, as we just have, I believe, 1 or 2 racers left to finish here on this 10K hand cycling road race here in downtown.
Real quickly, if I could ask Corey a question. Corey, what was like the fan support as you went around the course? We've been down here at the start-finish line area where there's been just a bunch of folks cheering you guys on. I've wondered how it was as you went around the course.
Oh, there was lots of support. Every turn, there was somebody there cheering you on, making you want to push a little bit harder. So that's fantastic. Those are the guys that keep us motivated.
Yeah, Spokane's really turned out a good crowd of spectators and volunteers.
And you guys too. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Corey.
And Ben Pearson alongside me, Ernie Butler here on xable.com. I want to thank our sponsors for this event, Invacare Corporation, and thanks for tuning in here on Xable for this presentation of the hand cycling 10K road race. For myself and Ernie Butler, thanks for watching.
Pretty exciting race today, though, wasn't it?
It was.
I thought it was just great.